On the one hand, you would think that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu was set to sanitize the academic staff union of Nigerian universities when, instead of giving ASUU the so-called earned academic allowance, which is a fraud, a scam, rather than earned academic allowance. And instead, President Tinubu increased the 2009 salary scales by 25/35% for different categories of federal universities workers, academic and non-academic workers. In fact, all the tertiary academic institutions. But under the same presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ASUU leadership increased its extortion of each ASUU member's monthly salary to 3% from 2% since 2012 to 2024. So in 2024, under the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ASUU leadership had the temerity, to the guts, to increase the percentage to 3%. And the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu cooperated with ASUU. So that is where you will know that President Tinubu has no intention to sanitize ASUU, rather to continue colluding with ASUU. Even though, as I speak, we are hearing about something to be done about the so-called earned academic allowance, rather than implementing the 2009 agreement that has been sabotaged over the years by the conspiracy of government with ASUU leadership. That is the situation so far. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu remains a conspirator with the leadership of the academic staff union of Nigerian universities against ASUU members on the one hand, when it comes to extortion of a percentage of each ASUU member's monthly salary is cooperating as far as we know. And as affects the entire university workers force, academic and non-academic, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not implemented the 2009 agreement, so as to say, he has done justice as it ought to be done. So no propriety can be said to be certain. There is no clear sign of any intention to sanitize ASUU. So government, ASUU leadership, and university administrators, the three forces, continue to encourage brain drain by the way they are treating ASUU members and the other federal universities workers. That is the situation of Nigeria. So anybody talking of terrorism, insurgency, and you think that it can be fought by security agencies. No. Government is behind the injustice, and there can be no peace where there is no justice. So government is not upright. What does it expect? What do you expect when the rulers are not upright? They are corrupt and looking for corrupt people to work with. That is the collusion, conspiracy between government and ASUU leadership and the other workers' unions leadership too. And it's as if, except there's an occasion now, you don't know whether Joe Ajaero and Festus Osifo are in town. Because they spearheaded the conspiracy that limited the minimum wage to 70,000. They said, government said it will increase fuel price. Fuel price that President Tinubu increased from day one and has increased over and over. You now give that an excuse to accept 70,000 minimum wage after you wined and dined with the government. We are there. God is the leveler. He may be silent, he may have his own time, but God is not dead. Of that, I'm sure, and is active. My pillar, my hope, my refuge.